With us as guest briefer for today, Police Superintendent Leiden Parcon, Assistant Chief, Disbursements Division, Finance Service. Leiden, the floor is yours. Leiden.
Good morning, everybody. My topic today is about pay and allowances of PNP uniform personnel and processing of these benefits. So, next slide, please. So, pay and allowances. This refers to the monthly base pay being paid to PNP personnel based on Executive Order 76, dated April 30, 2012, and regular allowances given to all members of the PNP, immaterial of position and designation in addition to the basic salary, to the basic pay. Shown on screen is the table of pay and allowances of PNP uniform personnel from Police Officer 1 to Police Director General based on 4th trans monthly base pay schedule for military and uniformed personnel effective June 2012. To include longevity pay, longevity pay of 50 of 10% of their basic monthly salaries for every 5 years of service, which shall be reckoned from the date of the personnel's original appointment in the PNP, provided that the totality of such long pay shall not exceed 50% of the basic pay. This is based on Section 71 of RA 6975. And then the quarter's allowance ranging from 400 pesos to 1,500 pesos depends upon the rank. So subsistence allowance, ito nag-increase na siya ng 150 pesos per day effective January 2015. The clothing allowance, which is 200 pesos per month, hazard pay of 240 pesos per month, pera or personal economic relief allowance of 2,000 pesos per month, and laundry allowance of 30 pesos per month for PNCOs and 60 pesos per month for PCOs. This is included sa monthly pay slip. The last column there is the gross pay of the pay and allowances of our uniformed personnel from Police Officer 1 to Police Director General. Doon sa dulo, gross pay. So, yung new entry natin, we have 22,204 as their gross pay. And then yung chief PNP natin, 109,750 ang gross pay niya. So, next please. So, other allowances. So, productivity incentive pay is a one-time pay given to all PNP personnel based on the individual performance efficiency rating with a rate of 2,000 pesos for very satisfactory and 1,500 pesos for satisfactory. And mid-year, year-end bonus and cash gift given to all PNP personnel with a rate of equivalent to 1 month base pay plus 5,000 pesos cash gift. Our year-end bonus was released last November 17. So, yun ang first payment noon is nung last June. So, second payment na ang i-release natin last November 17. Next, please. So, the procedures on processing of this pay and allowances. So, from Personnel, Accounting, and Information System Section, Records Management Division, RMD, Directorate for Personnel and Records Management, DPRM, shall electronically transmit the PNP Alpha list containing the list of active PNP personnel entitled to receive salary for the succeeding pay period every 28th day of the month. So, based on the Alpha list transmitted by PAIS DPRM, Financial Information Division, FIMD of Finance Service, shall generate the funding warrant or a document showing the total gross amount of salaries for the month not later than every 27th day of the month. No. Still pa rin doon. So, Pay and Allowances Section, Disbursement Division, Finance Service, shall thereafter prepare the disbursement voucher for funding, and letter to LBP for authority to debit credit, and the memo on the scheduled payout. Then the vouchers and other documents will be examined by Claims and Examination Section, Disbursement Division, Finance Service, as to the correctness of the amount indicated in the voucher. Then it will be forwarded to Management Division, Directorate for Controllership, for pre-audit of vouchers. After the pre-audit, it will be forwarded again to the Budget Division DC for issuance of notice of cash allocation or cash authority issued by the DBM to central, regional offices and operating units to cover cash requirements of agency. Then to Accounting Division DC for journalization of voucher. Then it will be returned back to Checking Accounts Section, Disbursement Division, Finance Service for issuance of check to be signed by Director FS and Director for Controllership. And then it will be deposited to LBP together with the authority to debit, credit, soft copy of ATM payroll register, and memo on the scheduled payout not later than every 5th day of the month. For crediting to individual ATM payroll account on the 30th day of the month for 1 to 15's salary, and 28 to and every 28th day of the month for 16 to 31 salary. Next, please. So for collateral allowances, these are other benefits received by our PNP personnel, are those which are given to PNP uniformed personnel subject to certain condition for entitlement. So here are some of the collateral allowances given to our PNP uniformed personnel. So upon entry, they have their initial clothing allowance or ICA. One-time allowance given in kind to recruits of the PNP upon entry in the service, amounting to 14,000 pesos based on Fiscal Directive 2009-10. And then the replacement clothing allowance given every after 3 years of continuous service to all PNP uniformed personnel to replace the initial gratuitous clothing issued upon recruitment, amounting also to 14,000 pesos based also on Fiscal Directive 2009-10. And then the hazardous duty pay allowance given to PNP uniformed personnel for exposure to particular occupational hazards or elements of hazardous jobs involving high risk of losing life, limbs, or likely deterioration of health, 50% ito of their base pay based on the POLCOM Resolution Number 1991 dated October 21, 1991. And then we have also a combat duty pay, a specialist combat allowance addition to base pay for uniformed personnel of the PNP who are actually engaged in police operations, crime prevention, including those providing security to the President and his family, based also on the POLCOM Resolution Number 91-18, dated October 21, 1991. This allowance is classified by category. So may category 1, may category yan. Category 1 is 340 pesos per month, and Category 2, 280 pesos per month, and Category 3, 220 pesos per month. This is given quarterly. So, 1,020 pesos per quarter na re-receive to nila. So, per quarter. Training subsistence allowance. An additional subsistence allowance over and above the regular subsistence allowance given to PNP uniformed personnel who are covered with appropriate orders to undergo individual, group, or training programs and courses. This is also based on a POLCOM Resolution Number 91-18 dated October 21, 1991 with a rate of 30 pesos per day. And then the specialist pay. This pay applies only to police non-commissioned officers of the PNP who are not assigned in critical areas and have demonstrated efficiency and effectiveness through skills, aptitudes, training, experience, and knowledge of specific police duties or specialties. This pay is classified by class. So may 9 tayo na classes. So being the lowest 60 pesos per quarter. And then the highest is 400 pesos per quarter. So, and then sa collateral allowances, UMI of the PNP personnel may opt to receive which is higher and rate and waive the other kasi sa collateral allowances only one lang ang pwede niyang makuha. For example, kumuha siya ng hazardous duty pay. So that is 50% of the base pay. So nag-schooling siya. Hindi na siya entitled doon sa hazardous duty pay. Although he is an EOD graduate, he is assigned at EOD. He is functioning as EOD. So, sa collateral allowances, only one lang. Kung nag-schooling ka, you are not entitled to receive combat duty pay kasi mamili ka nga. The TSA is 30 pesos per day and the combat duty pay is 30 pesos per 340 pesos per quarter. So, mas malaki yung TSA. So, usually, ang pinipili ng mga nag-schooling, yung training subsistence allowance. And then, the special financial assistance entitles the beneficiary of PNP personnel who were killed in action based on RA 6963, equivalent to 6 months salary, allowances, and bonus. So, next please. The procedures and processing of these collateral allowances. So, the claimant should coordinate with its unit finance PNCO kung saan siya assigned for the preparation of voucher for his claim and make sure to provide other required documents to avoid delay in the processing of his claim. So, Finance Service Office 14, FS, upon receipt of the disbursement vouchers, examine the completeness of the documents submitted, index, and prepare the necessary request for fund support. Then, forward it to Budget and Fiscal Division Directorate for Personnel and Records Management for program, reprocess, and validation of claim. Then, from BFO DPRM to Fiscal Division DC for the issuance of notice of fund availability. Then, it will be returned back to FSO 14, and then FSO 14 FS, upon receipt of the notice of fund allocation, shall prepare the obligation request or OBR and forward the same to Accounting Division DC for issuance of obligation number and signature on the OBR. Then from Accounting DC to Management DC again, and shall conduct the pre-audit on the documents submitted for the claim. Thereafter, it will be forwarded to Fiscal Division DC for the issuance of notice of cash allocation. Then to Accounting Division DC again for journalization and signature of the Chief Accountant. From Accounting Division DC, the claim will be forwarded to FSO 14. FSO 14 shall issue the check for the claim or prepare the advice to debit account. Fiscal Division DC shall countersign the check or sign the ADA. Then finally, it will be returned back to FSO 14 for the signing of check and then release it to the claimant. For ADA, it will be transmitted to Land Bank of the Philippines for crediting to individual ATM payroll account.
So, ma'am, yung nagpo-process po ay nung kay Kapos. Yung collateral wallet, isang pulis lang pwede mag-process of his own collateral allowance or usually by
Hindi. Pwede nang i-submit niya yung collateral allowance niya. Depende. Kung combat duty pay, may order yan silang lahat. Sabay-sabay na yan.
Kasi po sa dami ng dadaanan, baka hinimatay na yung nagpo-process. Can we not just
Shorten the process.
bakit masyadong
We have there the number of days actually. Pag current lang naman, pag mabilis lang yan kasi i-examine lang yan. Depende naman yan sa vouchers na pumapasok din sa each office. Pero kung ano lang naman, pag isang vouchers na papasok, even though marami yan, it will take lang kasi even me nag-examine din ako, 5 minutes, tapos na. Yes. Kasi ano na yan kompleto na rin yung mga requirements doon. Na-examine na rin yun ng Finance PNCO ng pinrepare niya. Anyway, that's my presentation.
When we go back to the category of hazard pay ngayon,
Combat duty pay.
combat o hazard? Yung may category 1, 2, 3,
Yes, combat duty pay.
combat duty pay. Bakit, ano yung pagkakaiba ng category 1? Bakit ang taas niyan? Compared sa other categories?
Okay.
And who declares kung saan siya nakakategorya?
Yes, the reference or the authority is based on NAPOLCOM 91-18. Yung category 1, based din yan sa actually engaged in police operation. For example, sa regional offices natin, yung those assigned sa field, yun ang dapat makaka-receive ng 340 pesos per month. Yung mga na-assign kasi sa amin, sa field, sa region, may mga na-assign sa headquarters. So yung mga na-assign sa police regional offices, yan makaka-receive sila ng they will be considered as 280 pesos. Yung sa mga police station doon, yung sa naman sa main PRO, yun ang 280, 220. Depende sa areas kung very risky. Kasi
So, meaning, in every unit, hindi pare-pareho ang category ninyo.
yes, opo.
Halimbawa, I'm thinking kasi of SAP Paano yung SAP naro-rotate naman yan every now and then, nagpupunta sa field. Paano yung classification mo?
So they are receiving now at 340 talaga sila kasi they are engaged in
Lahat po yun,
yes,
kahit yung nasa office.
yes.
Okay. Paano dito sa crime?
Kanina yung naano ko yung specialist pay. Yun naman ang hindi sila yun nga sa efficiency of training, yun nga yung mga skill nila. Yan ang mga nakaka-receive ng specialist pay. For example, yung dito sa COMEL, engineering, yun sila specialist pay kung walang combat duty pay.
Wala ko sa inyo dito ang tumatanggap ng
Even me nga, wala dito sa
dito sa
field.
loob po.
May mga CIDG, yung CIDG personnel natin nakaka-receive yan ng combat duty pay.
Dito na may combat pay.
Ay, tama yung siguro ang tanong namin, ano yung assurance ng publiko na yung PNP really base the payment according to this category na pag category 1, talagang nandun sila sa pagmamali mo parang yung isa pa kaang lang naman dito sa opisina ay nakakuha ng report.
Yung R1 natin yung admin natin, sila ang nagde-determine kung sino yung entitled to this amount. So kung once na i-process na, so kasi kumpleto naman sila ng requirements, kami sa finance, pinaprocess lang namin po yan. So, yung even nakita nyo kanina sa procedure nga maraming dinadaanan. So, it will be validated again by BFO, DPRM as to the entitlement nila.
Wala naman nag-complain sa inyo na parang wrongly compensated siya because of
Wala naman po.
Ano yung role nyo kung dun sa recently concluded APEC?
Yung role ng finance service is we distribute only the funds intended for APIC to respective budget officer of offices concerned to the APIC activity. That's only the role lang. Yes.
So, can you tell us yung total na money that went out of the PNP to
Unfortunately, I was not able to bring the amount, so maybe.
So, ilan po commanders yung binigyan natin kung talagang sa unit niya nagdaan yun?
Actually, it was not under our division. It was at the Finance Service Office 14. They are the one who distributed the funds of
So,
APIC
itong
activity.
disbursement division, walang ganun ka-direct dun sa
Yes,
funds?
yes. We don't have.
Ano yung mga benefits ng mga police natin for the year? Release na ba yung mga meron ba yung
Yes, yun nga ang kasasabi ko lang recently, yung our year-end bonus was released this last November 17.
magkano po yung
That is the bonus is equivalent to 1 month base pay plus 5,000 cash gift divided by 2. So yung una na ibigay na natin noong June, yung mid-year, and then yung year-end ito na nga ngayon.
yung 5,000 is to pare-pareho?
Yes, kasama po yan.
You want to
Yes.
BBB yata yun.
Yes. Yung cash gift na 5,000. Kasama yun.
Yung-
Pare-pareho.
Yun yung binabanggit na Pinoy yung bonus?
No, hindi. Yes, it's cash gift.
Bakit itong sinasabi ng bonus?
Pinoy. Yes, sorry, yes, the Pinoy. That's the Pinoy.
Ito ba yung 13 months?
No, that's not 13 month.
Bonus ba?
Yes, 13-month pay yan. 13-month pay.
Kaya pala lahat ng pulis masisipag ng ipit ng
13th month,
Magkano
binigay
lang?
noong November,
17.
plus 5,000.
Yes, yes.
Oo, yung 5,000, ano yan?
Kahati din po. Kasi naibigay na yung ano nung mid-year.
Kailan po
Yung
na binigay?
half month na ibigay na.
Nung last November, last June.
June.
Ah.
Ito yung kalahati ngayon. Plus yung 5K.
No.
Pati yun, nahati na rin.
Yes, nahati na.
So ano pa po yung hinihintay na bonus ng mga pulis before the year ends?
Hopefully, the productivity and the performance-based bonus.
Pinoy bonus.
Aside from the 1 to 5,000, yung bonus pa talaga.
On top pa
Through
yun.
all government.
Magkano?
Wow. Ma'am, ito
Then,
13th
regardless of
month,
rank.
pumapasok sa ATM o binibigay?
Yes, it was credited to individual ATM payroll account.
Wala na ngayon yung cash to yung person to person na ano, di ba? Wala na lahat sa bangko. Lahat ng transaction.
Yes.
So wala nang excuse na mali-rate ang kanilang mga bonuses.
Come again?
Walang nalilate na bonuses ang pag-rate dahil through ATM.
As to the nalilate, yes, because it was credited to ATM payroll account.
So yung 10,000 na lang yung hinihintay, wala na silang hinihintay ng bonus. Ubus na Pasko.
So, as of the moment, ba natanggap na nila yung second half?
Yes, last November 17 po.
Ubus na kayo. Wala na silang hinihintay pa. Pasko.
Yung kay Pinay na nga lang daw. Pero sa finance service, we're waiting for the fiscal directive. Bago kami na ready for implementation na yun nga yung sabi nila.
Hindi mo pwede mag-isip-sipin. Magpa-bonus. Pwede siya. Wala ganun.
Wala.
We'll make the necessary recommendation.
Nag daw may pag-visit APEC, tapos may election. Dami daw nilang ginawa.
Nag-aantay lang po kami ng directive.
Yes.
Ano po yung usual na encounter na problema ng office na?
So far, wala naman, smooth naman yung processing of transaction namin.
Ano nyo ba na-check mo yung yung sweldo ng mga tao na
Come again?
Oh, yung nagsususpend, yung nag-release.
Okay. So, we have our respective R1 or the personnel RPHRDD sa region. Sila yun ang nagsasubmit ng mga, kung may naawol sila, absent without official leave, sa PAIS DPRM natin. Tapos, automatic na yan na hindi na nila ini-include sa ipapasweldo natin.
Monthly yan.
Through ano na rin yan kasi, email or ano na. Yes, may link na sila.
So you're being advised from the regional office.
Yes, yung PAIS DPRM natin.
Sila yung merong control kung sino lang yung i-declare halimbawa na wala na roon.
Yes. Yes po, opo. So, yung ano ng finance service, once na submitted na po yan ng Personal Accounting Information System or PAIS section ng DPRM, yun na lang ang papasweldohin ng finance service.
Anong measure yung naka-counter-check yung authenticity ng recommendation ng R1? Kasi I'm thinking of, may naririnig ako ng mga 15-30 pa rin sa region, receiving the same salary kasi naka-duty sa EDSA.
Hindi naman yan sila makapag kasi official nga yung transmission ng mga order email to email. So nakalink yan. So definitely authentic talaga yon. Kasi it's from office to office.
Wala akong problema doon sa office to office, pero I'm thinking of the audit system. Paano mo i-check? Halimbawa, ako nag-report sa'yo na may 5 na hindi na dapat bayaran, 10 pala. So, 5 lang ang tinanggal. Yung ganun ba? Paano yung audit system doon sa reporting ng mga tao na hindi na dapat mabayaran? Pero district of the thing.
The respective R1 kasi is responsible for that.
But you don't have any way to check it kung the PCP, like say, parang 150 sila, suspended yung 10, pero sinasabit pa rin nila 150, pwede nilang kunin, di ba, yung 10 sweldo ng 10?
Hindi naman pwede kasi it was credited to individual ATM payroll account eh. Hindi nila pwede yun.
May understanding sila, bahala na sila.
They will be held accountable pag may gumawa ng
Yes.
Pero yun yung way of checking.
Wala madaming yung mayaman sa
Alam mo, internal sa local region pala, bawat office, may internal.
Kasi nga, I'm just thinking of, kasi nga yung blatter nga, na-audit eh, di ba? Kaya nga sumasabit yung mga tibok police. Whereas ito, pera na po eh, di ba? Dapat meron tayong tracing system or audit system na once the money is transferred to a certain region, meron dapat audit system na ginagawa.
Yes, it was not transferred to certain region. It was credited to individual ATM payroll account ng tao na talaga mismo. Sa tao na talaga mismo. So kung ano yung nire-report ng region natin, I think,
Doon kayo nakalagay.
so, igagamble ba ng R1 natin yung career niya para itakpan yung ano?
Presumption of regularity.
Yes, there's a presumption of regularity.
Direkta na kayong nagugulot sa bangko, sa individual.
Yes, so land bank na ang automatic nag-credit po na sa individual ATM payroll
Ma'am,
account.
do you think the finance service was able to finally, parang eliminate yung mga loan sharks? Kasi di ba in the past, pagka sa tao-tao tayo, ang nangyayari ang common problem nun is nangungutang dun. Di ba ganun yung...
Yes.
Nung bata pa ako
Ah,
nag sa
ah.
Caloocan, yung nagbibigay ng sweldo, parang bukas, di ba? Yung bukas, pang sweldo. Ngayon magpapautang na siya. When in fact, nandun naman pala talaga yung pera. Para lang magkaroon siya ng at least 10%, 5% ng pera. Wala na yun ngayon.
Wala na yun ngayon kasi nga diretso na po sa ATM payroll account natin. So ATM na talaga. So anytime.
15 ngayon, kuha na nila sweldo
Yes,
ngayon.
13 pa nga lang na i-release na natin. Kanina sa presentation ko. Yes, apo. And then 28 sa katapusan.
Hindi kaya sa'yo,
Huwag doon sa ano, yung problema na sa loans. Bakit may mga nirereklamo na yung iba na papaon sa loan? Wala bang control doon?
Yeah, we have our ceiling and net take home pay prescribed. 3,000 net take home pay and then plus subsistence allowance yung pinakita ko kanina na 150 pesos per day, hindi yung dapat nagagalaw. So, 3,000 plus kung 31 days, that is for 4,500. 4,500. So,
Per month?
yes, so may 7,500 siya pesos per month na matitira talaga sa kanya.
Kasi yun ang pinaka-limit.
Yes, hindi yan magagalaw yung yung subsistence allowance natin.
Salaries, another salary standardization, how do you welcome that?
Ay, very, very much welcome. High moral kami dyan, of course. So, hopefully, sana ma-implement nga.
Meron ba tayong basic competition kung mga magkano may increase per person?
As of now, sorry, I don't have a copy. Oo.
Ang isang chief inspector ba ng salary grade?
Salary grade ng chief inspector is 24.
Basic yun.
Yes.
Plus pa.
Hanggang 40.
Magkano na?
Hanggang 40.
Pwede po yan sa pay.
37.
Ayan. Ayan ang ng salary grade, 24 ng chief inspector or major.
Si Director General, ang laki ng sweldo.
Kasi depende po yan sa long pay din. Yung sinabi ko kanina na and every 5 years, may long pay tayo, may increase. So hanggang 5th long pay lang tayo allowed.
Magka-counter-check na
May mas malaki pa dyan.
Sabi mo.
Hindi, sabi ng police, hindi porke nakita mo 109 yan.
No, John.
Usapan ako sa deduction.
Dapat yung slide naman ang
Ma'am, gusto mo sa susunod, lalagay mo yung deduction.
Okay.
Para hindi sinasabing, ang laki naman pala ng pera ng police, eh, bakit mo na mamotong pa?
Less tax.
Ang taxable lang dyan, di ba yung base pay? The rest wala na.
yes,
Malaki
yes.
pa rin yung take home.
Yung
Yes.
allowances ba?
Malaki
Yes.
Walang
Kasi yung mga iba mangungutang na wala na plus, di ba?
The mandatory deductions lang naman, maliliit naman except for the tax, yung pag-ibig, and then PhilHealth, and then of course wala kaming SSS po. PSMBFI na SGTI.
Ma'am, kung walang loans, may 10% ba yung deduction ng bawat isa?
Wala. Wala.
For the tax lang.
For tax lang, of course. Tax. Yung mandatory deductions.
Yung bonus pa ng police libre sa tax mo, kung may tax din. Yung binigay ng
No tax. Yung non-tax. No tax. Kasi nga yung computation kanina is 1 month base pay, yung nga plus 5,000. So buong ano talaga yon, base pay divided by 2 lang. Pag 50,000.
Okay, no more questions?
Ma'am, pwede kami nito?
Sure. Sure.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. There are no more questions, and that ends the briefing for today.
Other issues?
Others
Other
matters.
matters. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome.
PIO.
Anong class kayo?
Wait lang, guys.
Also, I can speak.
Ba't may player talaga? Picture lang yun na, para pag may
Hindi
jowa.
po, meron naman, sir, hindi naman namin.
Dahil ba yan?
Teka ah.
Hindi talaga, direct ako.
Uy, may nakika-email dito na doon, mga pass.
Di ba?
Kung ka ng problema.
Nag-grade sa kuya.
Hindi mabasa eh.
Yan, sa amin din eh.
Okay na.
Sa future natin,
Pirma?
kaya.
May pirma. Ayan ah.
Sir, alam ko mas malinaw mo dun sa laptop eh. Pagka nakasama ng DJ, pero labo.
Pwede na, pwede na.
Square, square. O yun na lang story natin. Oo, what is
My friend Mark wants to see Edward. My sister's
PO3 lang to.
father is a senior member of the board. And he says,
Meron pa na.
scare messages.